Hey guys, welcome to 23 Degrees Sideways. We're going to talk a little bit about boats today because boats are still very, very key to this, whatever. I love boats. I love living on boats. I love cruising on boats. I love talking about boats. I love going through boat designs, and I love boat building. I might be building my next boat. We'll see. I noticed something about a lot of boats. I was just watching one come in. And it's a 38-footer. Don't think you can see it right now. And it's a power boat. And it's got 3 decks. And it's got 2 decks on the aft. Like it's got a deck over the cabin. It's stacked like a wedding cake. And it's so crazy to me. And, I get part of it. Actually, here it comes. I understand part of it. Okay? People pay for their slips by the foot. And we're very restricted on how we build our marinas. Look at that. It's a wedding cake. Look at that thing. So, we're really restricted on how we build our marinas, and it's kind of artificial. You could build more, you could build bigger. There's a lot you could do. But you pay by the foot. So the shorter the boat is and the taller and fatter it is, the easier it is to party on. You get more space for less money. And I don't know. It seems like a false economy to me. A longer, lower, less beamy boat is just going to be more efficient through the water. Of course, a lot of these burn 20, 30, 40 gallons of fuel per hour to get up on plane, and that's just, it's not that it's bad. Like, take a look at this one in front of me. This Beneteau right here. This is a semi-displacement hull. You can make it plain, get up on a plane, you can make it go fast, but it's still kind of a cruising hull. And if you just designed it as a cruising hull, it would take a gallon an hour to run at 7-8 knots. It's a little bit short and a little bit fat, so maybe 2. But you can get it up on a plane if you're willing to spend 10 gallons an hour. But why? Why? I don't know. It's a compromise that I don't feel that I would make. Now, there's some cool stuff about that. You get this thing up to 15 knots, and you're 25 knots. I think the Swift will do 25. I'm not positive of that. And if you need to get out of harm's way, if you need to beat a weather pattern or something, you can go. If you have a weekend and you need to get to Panama City Beach and back, this is near Destin where we're at right now. That's great, okay? But it's not my idea of going out and having fun on a boat or living on a boat or getting rid of schedules to be on a boat. Hurry, hurry, hurry is very expensive on the water. So, I don't know. I feel like they're simpler to build. You get more stuff, space, reliability, seaworthiness. Just building them short and fat and tall. Windage is a problem. When you make them tall, like the birthday cake that came in, you have a huge amount of windage. Every gust of wind is going to blow on that with huge amounts of force. You basically have sails on the side of your boat, and it's not a sailboat. It's going to ride a little rough at times. So, if I had this one that's right in front of us right now, the Swift Trawler, which is for sale. Look at that. I'm going to do an ad for a boat for you guys. This is a Swift Trawler. This is exactly the right size for a couple to take on the Great Loop. You've got a very shallow draft. You've got just enough cabin space inside down in that front area to really be comfortable for several months. You've got a huge pilot house. That whole upper space there is called pilot house. And you've got enough space. It's all curtained in right now. Enough space there that's basically an apartment. Okay, basically acts as your apartment. If you've ever done trailers for vacations, it's the whole ass trailer right there. probably 16 feet long, something like that. So you got a pretty decent amount of space. You've got lounging space and you've got cooking space and everything. And then you've got the aft cabin or the aft deck in the back. And then on top, you've got your sun deck and your upper helm station. So you can drive the boat from up there, or you can drive the boat from inside in inclement weather. It's fantastic. This is a great thing. The radar mast will come down so that you can make it under the lowest bridge on the ICW, which is in Chicago. You can go all the way around. It's great. It's fantastic if you have the money for it and you can afford the fuel for it. It's just absolutely fantastic. Not something that I would spend the money on, or no, I would spend the money on it if I had the money to spend on it. But if I had the money to spend on that, I would get something else, because there's just other things I like better. It's not something I would put 6 years of my life into trying to build when I could build a better, easier boat, probably 10 feet longer with less interior space in 2 years, for 1/10 the money. So I don't know, just all these big fat boats that require so much power to get out. I feel like it's a barrier to people getting out and enjoying the water. There's a lot of very simple boat designs that you can get out and get people on the water with, like the old, not the brand name, but the old Carolina Dory. Very simple to build, very cheap, very easy, very reliable, very seaworthy. They will plane with ridiculously low horsepower, but they don't go very fast. In modern terms, they only go like top speed 15 miles an hour, and a lot of the boats that people are taking out fishing, like the brand name Carolina Skiff, they do 50. But you need 400 horsepower to do that, and that is a lot of fuel and a lot of money. And I feel like it just adds a barrier to people enjoying the water that just doesn't need to be there. Of course, docking, anchoring, getting in and out of the water, that's the big barrier. Not sure what to do about that, except get more people out on the water and fighting for better dock facilities. So that's all. I'm just out here enjoying the weather, and I saw the boat coming in and thought I would do a quick video about birthday cakes. Just a rant. Isn't this thing beautiful, though? Like, it's not really my style. If someone decided, like, hey, you're inheriting this, or hey, you're buying this, or buying it for me, or whatever, I would take it around the loop. And I would take it all through the Mississippi watershed, and I would take it on the Florida loop, and I might even take it to the Bahamas. Not always something I want to contemplate, but I could do that. That would be fun. 4-hour crossing. Stay sideways.